Hi guys, it's Any aka the Knock Trader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. And in this video, as you can guess from that way, the thumbnail on the side, I'm going to give you a review of Trading 212 online trading platform. Let's get straight into the video. Before we start, I'm going to ask you to do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Knock Trade on all social media platforms. And if you check the description section below, you'll see a link to my mailing list. If you join my mailing list, you get priority access to my free training course that I'm creating on my website. And you also get weekly emails of all my latest videos. And you'll get a spreadsheet that will give you access to view my entries, my exits, my stop losses, and the reason why I enter most of my trades. Let's get straight into the video. As you know, if you've watched any of my other review videos, you know that I go through this slide first before I get into my review. These are the 7 criteria that I think are most important when picking a trading platform. Now, I'm not going to go through each of these criteria in this video, but if you look at my IG video, if you check that video out on where I review IG, you'll see that I explain in detail each of these 7 criteria and as to why I think they're important when picking a trading platform. Let's get straight into it. So Trading 212 is an online brokerage platform for retail traders. They were founded in Bulgaria. Initially they were called Avas Capital before they were incorporated in the UK in 2013. So unlike a lot of their competitors, they do not integrate with the MT4 API. They actually made their own proprietary bespoke trading platform and user interface. So everything's built in-house. Another thing to notice is that maybe this is just me with my marketing brain, but they've recently, well not recently, but over the last year, they've been doing a real rebrand where they've started actually pushing forward the fact that they offer 0 fees, but I'll get into that more. But even on the homepage now, you can see that they're really leading with the fact that they're commission free and that you can use your mobile and tablet. So they're kind of steering away from the fact that they're a web application as much as they want to brand themselves as a app for tablets and phones. I think this is in direct correlation with the fact that they see the way the market's going, and a lot of young investors and young traders want to be doing their investing and trading via apps. So maybe they're trying to galvanize a younger audience. Say UK's #1 trading and investing app. You can see from this that they're really trying to push themselves as a mobile app. Which I can understand, because they're trying to compete with companies like Free Trade, for example. That's why they're leading with commission free and talking about the app. I just thought that's something to note. It's not really something that's much of an issue, but it's just something that really kind of lets me know that the market's really steering towards app-based trading and investing, and also that commissions are going to be getting very competitive soon, especially with all these challenger trading platforms slashing commissions and not actually charging any commission fees. So the main trading instruments that they offer are CFDs, which are contract for differences, investing in stocks and ETFs, and 0 fee ISAs. So the main difference between CFDs and investing is just that CFDs, you don't actually own the underlying asset, but they track the stocks 1-to-1, and you can leverage up. So if you don't have enough capital, you can leverage up, similar to where you can leverage up in spread betting. But the difference is the way that CFDs track the stock markets is pretty much 1-to-1 with investing. So you'll be getting percentage growth rather than nominal growth. I'll make another video about that if that doesn't really make sense. But CFDs is pretty much 1-to-1 tracking the market in the same way that investing does, but you do not own the underlying asset and you can use leverage. That's the main difference. So as I scroll down, you can see once again more information about their app, some information about their regulation, the regulatory bodies that they're part of. They are FCA approved, which is one of my main criteria, which is a good thing. So they're approved by the FCA, Financial Conduct Authority, and your assets are protected up to £85,000, which is good, and they have data protection policies, which is also good. One thing that's really good about them is that they have one of probably the best YouTube channel when it comes to trading education as far as trading platforms go. The content that they create on their YouTube channel is second to none. They have a lot of educational so I won't play that. They've got a lot of educational content on things just like different indicators, anything that kind of guys, even myself, I actually look at their content sometimes as well. Guys, people that are trying to trade in the stock markets at any level want to know. They have it, and they really do it in a very simplistic way for new traders and even experienced traders that can learn something new. So I'd say they have probably the best resource content of resource library of content for traders out there to learn about trading. And just to go a step further, even their written content is really top class. I just like the way the website's laid out with regards to some of their written content around just different things like technical analysis, candlesticks, trend trading. All the content they create is just very sleek and very simple and easy to understand for new traders. So I'd really recommend reading some of their content if you're using this platform, even if you're not, because it's free. So you have access to an abundance of trading instruments. You can trade forexes, commodities, stocks, ETFs, which come under stocks as well, but I know they allow you to trade ETFs, and indices. You can also trade cryptocurrencies. The top 8 cryptocurrencies you can trade as well. So they have really a extensive number of tradable assets, which is really good. When it comes to fees, they're very transparent in the way they display their fee system, and their fees are quite cheap, to be honest, for CFD and investing and ISAs. ISAs, there are no fees, by the way, but for CFDs and investing, you have there's an inactivity fee of £9. So that means if you don't use your account for 6 months, you pay £9, which is pretty cheap. They have no currency conversion charges for investments, but there's a 0.5 fee for forex. Most of their fees are here, but they're minimal, to be honest. And currency conversion charge for stocks and shares is 0.5%. Very minimal, and they're laid out very in plain English. A lot of times, a lot of these platforms, they will use a lot of legalese, and they won't make it very easy to understand the fees that they charge for what. But here it's just quite plainly set out, and I think they do that because they have nothing to hide, in the sense that they don't charge much for anything really. So I'm back to the trading instruments page. They the margin requirements are pretty standard. 5% for forex, 10% for commodities, futures, well, commodity futures anyway. 20% for between 5 and 20% for indices, 20% for stocks, and 50% for cryptocurrencies. That's pretty much that's pretty much industry standard. Because of the ESMA regulation that was brought out around July 2018. So pretty much all the trading platforms have about the same margin requirements. You don't see much difference between them. So they all have the same ones. Well, enough of me talking, let's get straight into the platform. So I've put the platform on dark mode because I just like it like that. You see my IG platform, and I like it in dark mode. Very simplistic tool, but doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. The first thing I noticed straight away is that the tool is kind of it's got similar aesthetics to Trading 212, I'd say. What I really like about it is that you can unlock MACD, RSI, all that type of stuff. Because I'm on the trading platform right now. It may not have all the features and functions. You can use some of these graphs here: Elliott wave, a triangle, A B C D, Fibonacci circles, stuff like that. They've got pretty much most of the major indicators. They don't have everything. Obviously, it's not going to have as extensive as maybe Pro Real Time has, but it has pretty much all of the same indicators that the IG proprietary trading platform would have. So one of the things I really like, it has hot stocks here. It allows you to see like the latest hot stocks. It's the weekend, so they're just showing all the cryptocurrencies because those are the only ones really trading on the weekends. Got your favorites, upcoming earnings. This is something that I really like, and I don't think this is offered on IG. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, the stock any, that's me. But that's an oil company as well. It shows you the upcoming earnings that are popular high market cap stocks. So that's good. I like to know these things because I like to not trade during earnings. So that's a great feature to have. They segment it FX, indices, cryptos. So one thing that they do as well, they offer like the top 8 cryptos, and they also offer a division of that. So when Bitcoin is 7,302, this Bitcoin 0.1 is 730. So it allows you to trade Bitcoin at a lower volatility because it's been divided by 10, so that it's not as volatile. So if you want to trade Bitcoin but you can't handle the massive swings, you can trade Bitcoin 0.1. I think that's really good, and they do that for 4 other currencies as well. You got minis, got stocks here, top winners, top losers. That's pretty good as well. Here you've got like a sidebar that gives you information. It's the weekend right now, so there's not much information around here, but got a sidebar. You also have access to this thing called Pro Quants, so you can build trading strategies through it. I haven't used it. I don't really use algo type trade and stuff, but you can build trading strategies through there. I'm not going to click on it. You have the events. Once again, it's the weekend. Sorry, I've done this on the weekend. So, but there's no events right now. Got news on the side. Most of these trading platforms now have little widgets on the side for like news articles and a little bit of analysis. Videos. These videos are probably being pulled straight from their YouTube channel. And a couple indicators as well. You can customize indicators to your fitting aesthetically. They also have like a chat room here. You can ask questions. I've asked a couple of questions just to see what was going to happen before, and they didn't get back to me. So I don't know if I did this during the week and they haven't got back to me still. So I don't know what that's about, but maybe it's just down. I give them benefit of the doubt. And yeah, the way that you can make orders, I like it. It's very kind of intuitive and simple. It gives you little ratings here. I don't like these ratings because a lot of these times they can skew novice traders to kind of make decisions based off of sentiment that they see here. But so I like to ignore that. You can place your order here. Just move the quantity bar wherever you want it, or you can place a price here, and then you can confirm. You can do it over the counter, and if something, then so that's kind of like setting your stop losses, setting your profits. I'm not gonna make any trades right now, even though it's a demo account. One thing I would not recommend, but I would suggest to their product managers is that, well, maybe there's a reason for this, but what I don't like is that switch to real money. Click on that, one click, and it goes straight into a real account. I don't like that because someone can click that by accident, or there should be a 2-step authentication if someone wants to go from a demo account to a real account. Because by accident, if not, like I could go to a real account by accident, start trading, and not realize I'm on the real account if it's just one click. But I'm sure they did that by purpose, so people can start trading without knowing that they're on a real account. But that's why I differentiated my demo from my real, with dark mode for my demo and light for my real. But that's something to just be wary of if you're going to use the demo account. They can switch from the demo to the real within one click. So a quick overview of the pros and cons of trading with Trading 212. So one of the pros is that they possibly have the best educational tutorials from a trading platform that I've ever seen. I've consumed a lot of content from a lot of these trading platforms, and the YouTube content created by Trading 212 is second to none, and I think it's a great resource for new traders to really understand anything and everything about the stock market. They have low and transparent fees. All the fees were stipulated on the page in a simple to read manner, and for the most part there is little to no fees to pay for. You have a couple small 0.5% conversion rate fees here and there, and inactivation fees, but for the most part they do what it says on the tin. They don't really charge any commissions for their trading. They have a very clean user interface that's very similar to TradingView in my opinion. Very good for entry level traders, maybe not so much for experienced technical analysis traders like myself who probably need more granularity, but the argument for that is that most proprietary tools are quite simplistic. IG's trading platform is quite simplistic as well, and it's pretty good for people that are just getting into trading, but they normally need integrations to get to that next level for more experienced traders. And some of the cons: they are registered in Bulgaria. Now I say this is a con because a lot of times I find that the trading platforms that are registered in the UK have a bit more tighter and strict regulations that they adhere to than some of the other countries. This is just from my experience. It's very easy to switch from a demo to real account, one click switch, which means that they're encouraging traders to make that switch from demo to real pretty quickly, which I understand. They're obviously in the business of making money, but I think that one click switch should be two-step authentication, because you can switch from one account to another by accident very quickly, and if you have the same user interface, you may not even know that you're trading on your real account. I also haven't looked into whether Trading 212 hedge traders' bets. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion they do, but I haven't got the proof, so I don't want to really make these claims. But if they're charging no commission, and I just want to know how they're making money, and a lot of times hedging the bets of their traders is a quick way to make good wins. So I'll do more research on that before I make any claims about that, but I'll get back to you guys. And they don't offer spread betting. This is a personal gripe of mine because I love spread betting. As you know, that's the type of trading that I'm involved in, and I feel that they're missing a step by not offering spread betting, because if you're trading CFDs, the only real advantage is leveraging, but with spread betting you don't have to pay taxes. And they have a poor Trustpilot rating. Now, if you check their Trustpilot page, even though the rating is 3.5, most of the reviews are either 1 stars or 5 stars. And when the ratings are that polarizing, then it gives me cause for concern, because what I think that means normally is that a lot of consumers have given 1 stars and they have offset the 1 stars by getting their own people to do 5 stars. That's my guess, because if you get a 3.5 rating, normally there'll be a lot of 3 ratings, 4 ratings, 2 ratings, and they'll accumulate to make 3.5. But if most of your ratings are 1s and 5s, then I think there's something going on there for it to be so polarizing. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, that's Any, aka the Not Trader, signing out.